Well, well. I even have a special compartment for my coat. How marvelous.
Detective, need I remind you we're not on vacation? But I gotta admit, this train do be pretty fancy.
He is not wrong. Schwarzwalder, is it? Now, stories of your, deeds are quite famous where I come from. I do have a rather packed schedule involving lengthy trips. Cheddar cheese cookie. And this is my rather troublesome colleague, Macaroni cookie.
Nothing troublesome about me. You gotta look hard for a cookie as responsible and diligent. Alas, the most fun thing that awaits us there is our layover, and then another train.
Let us not get into, further detail, Macaroni cookie.
Seems like Conductor Royal Bear Jelly is a huge fan of Linzer Cookie's work.
Why, I myself am an enjoyer of her Miss Waffle series.
Those novels are nothing like the cases we crack.
Oof, my eyes are weary from reading the documents all night long. A cup for me, please.
I hear what? Detective, all you did was listen to me with your eyes closed. Nobody move! Sweet jelly of mine, there's jam everywhere. It's a crime scene. Until we arrive at the closest station and a proper investigation has been concluded, we are obligated by law to preserve its integrity.
Huh? Who are you two?
Whew. We hoped it wouldn't come to this, but we are...
Detectives.
How did you...
Oh, it was rather obvious. The way you were so secretive about your occupation and destination, the documents, the hushed whispering. At first, I didn't know what to make of your intentions. But soon, the facts added up, and it became clear who you are. Detectives on a mission! And detectives always come in pairs. Even the sight of old Jolly's body didn't startle you. And at that very moment, my theory was confirmed.
Remarkable. I would expect no less from a writer of such great renown. Yes, Linzer Cookie. Your theory was indeed correct. Now, I would be lying if I said I expected such an incident. But one thing is certain. The culprit is one of us.
Naturally. After all, there is no way of escaping from a running train.
But who could have...
It is very likely that the culprit committed this gruesome crime in the period from midnight to 1 a.m.
How do you know that?
Macaroni cookie, if you will.
Right. The state of sugar granules scattered on the floor indicates that the incident happened around midnight. The dropped watch over there stopped between 12 and 1. Which means our victim here engaged in a physical confrontation with the culprit, resulting in the dropping of said watch.
And the weapon? What could it be?
Old Jolly's position suggests they were hit with a blunt object from behind, something with a decent reach and hardness to ensure... Ah, of course! The candy cane, right here!
Impressive. Most impressive.
That's exactly what we're gonna find out. Everyone, please move to the dining car where we will question you.
Was the sugar gnome feeling cold? This room is intolerably hot. My cheeses will positively melt away.
Miss Linzer Cookie, please proceed to the dining car.
Esteemed detectives, I'd like to make a proposition. You see, my services and expertise might be very beneficial to the investigation. Perhaps I could assist you?
Pardon? With respect, Miss Linzer Cookie, a famous crime story writer you may be, but reality is far from fiction.
It will be an honor to work with you.
What? But Detective Cheddar...
Oh, marvelous. I will do my best not to get in your way. Besides, I already spoke to all the passengers yesterday. I'm sure you will find my remarks most helpful.
That is what I call an excellent point, Macaroni Cookie. Let us accept Linzer Cookie's proposition.
But Linzer Cookie is a civilian. This is strictly against procedure.
Procedures. We are on a running train after all. The brass doesn't have to know. But we agree on one condition. We are in charge of the investigation.
Oh, give me a break. Fine. But FYI, I won't be held responsible if anything bad happens, Detective Cheddar Cheese.
Well, then it's settled. Now it's about time to start detecting.
We don't have a suspect at the moment, but keep in mind that one of us here is the culprit. We will begin with checking your alibis.
Don't mind me. I simply volunteered to take down everyone's replies.
Old Jolly Case, Record 1. Vampire Cookie brought in for questioning. Alibi was present at the tree lighting ceremony at the time of the incident. Confirmed by Angel Cookie, Carol Cookie. So, you're saying you were at the tree lighting ceremony, huh? Well. So the poor sugar gnome was a mere obstacle standing between you and a sip of fancy grape juice, huh? Classic. Was there anything else? Did you notice anything unusual yesterday? Thanks. Next! Old Jolly Case, Record 2. Angel Cookie. Alibi was present at the tree lighting ceremony at the time of the incident. Confirmed by Vampire Cookie, Carol Cookie. I understand you were at the tree lighting ceremony with other cookies. Is that right, Angel Cookie? Did they now?
I didn't do it.
Listen, pal, you do have something shady about that squint of yours, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I get that. Sometimes.
What can you tell me about Old Jolly? Noted. Next cookie. Old Jolly Case, Record 3. Carol Cookie. Alibi was present at the tree lighting ceremony at the time of the incident. Confirmed by Angel Cookie, Vampire Cookie. Did you have a chance to talk to the sugar gnome? Yeah. In our case, eternal peace. Do you remember anything suspicious? Anything catch your eye last night? Next cookie, please. Old Jolly Case, Record 4. Creme Brulee Cookie. Alibi. Played the grand piano in the banquet car. Confirmed by none. So, you're saying that no one else was there in the banquet car who could confirm your alibi? No one at all heard you play? Other cookies mentioned your little argument with the victim. Can you elaborate? Next cookie.
A creme brulee cookie is the only one so far without an alibi. His motive may seem unclear now, but the same can be said about anyone. All right, why don't we continue after a small break? And the show goes on. Next cookie, please.
Old Jolly Case, Record 5. Sparkling Cookie brought in for questioning. Alibi worked at the bar of the dining car. Confirmed by Chef Cookie. At the time of the incident, you were busy making beverages for the tree lighting ceremony, correct? Do you remember the time? Was it during the tree lighting ceremony? Huh, I see. Next Old Jolly Case, Record 6. Schwartz Walder. Alibi, unknown. Confirmed by unknown.
Go ahead! Ask!
Huh, no need. We know your alibi. You were signing a card in your suite. A card for Poison Mushroom Cookie, correct?
Well, given your undeniably, noteworthy reputation, you were constantly under our scrutiny since the moment you stepped on board. It is absolutely positive you did not leave your room last night. It is our job, after all. Next!
Speaking of, we also heard the sound. It was headed towards the dining car. Not so fast, Linzer Cookie. It's your turn. No exceptions. You're a passenger too.
Yes, of course.
Old Jolly Case, record 7. Linzer Cookie. Alibi was in her room. Confirmed by none. Your story depicts one of the most elaborate mysteries. Naturally, you're under our greatest suspicion. Unless someone confirms your alibi, that is.
Yes, I was in my room writing. No one saw me. And yet, my alibi can be confirmed by my pen.
Your pen.
Yes, my trusty pen that happens to be a portative recorder. Quite handy when you travel around gathering material for manuscripts.
Oh, but this won't do. What if you made the record in advance to throw us off track?
It's a possibility, but please, do listen to the following part. It's past midnight. Everyone is at the tree lighting ceremony. Earlier today, I noticed numerous gift boxes under the tree itself, but I suspect those are mere decorations.
Nah, this doesn't tell us anything. Now, hold up. That noise in the background and the mumbling. Schwarzwalder!
Precisely. Schwarzwalder's creative process was caught on the record. He kept tapping his feet, reading the text, and banging on the desk.
Yes, I recall hearing that last night.
Will this be enough to dispel your suspicions, detectives?
I suppose the recording confirms your alibi.
I am certain Linzer Cookie's talents will be instrumental in our investigation, Macaroni Cookie.
Does this mean you didn't suspect me, Cheddar Cheese Cookie?
Oh, I have met and seen many, many cookies in my practice. Your acute intellect revealed our identities. I doubt you would have gone that far knowing there are detectives riding the very same train. Should you be the villain, you would have pretended to assist the investigation, while in reality, doing everything to prevent us from bringing you to justice. And I do not really see that in you.
Exactly the conclusion a seasoned detective would reach.
But Detective Cheddar Cheese, why didn't you say earlier?
Well, this was the earliest occasion.
Now that the initial questioning has concluded, who do you think is the villain? I think I do have a suspect in mind.
I have my theory as well. And yet, there is but one more figure left on board.
Oh, of course. None other than...
Thank you for coming in on such short notice. Everyone on this train must be interrogated. That is, including the crew. Please, begin.
Old Jolly Case, record 8. Royal Bear Jelly. Alibi. Was operating the tree illumination from the electrical room. Confirmed by none. Am I correct to assume there is no other place whatsoever the light on the tree could be turned on from? Is that so? I thought all you have to do is plug the twinkle lights in. And during the entr'acte, you brought the room service card to the kitchen. That right? The entr'acte lasted for only 10 minutes. Crimes are not committed in such a short time window. Go on.
It would seem to me that someone is in for more questions.
Creme brulee cookie, looks like you conveniently forgot to mention your midnight visit to Old Jolly's. Did you go because you kept suspecting the sugar gnome in stealing your sheet music?
Were you looking for the notes until dawn? since you were not in your suite?
You're lying. We saw the sheet music. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yes. We have solid grounds to suspect.
You! Creme brulee cookie.
What? Do you really presume I would do that because of some missing sheet music?
The only cookie whose alibi cannot be confirmed is you, Creme Brulee Cookie. No one saw you that night.
But it wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Yeah, you gotta tell us more about your midnight antics once we reach the kingdom. Meanwhile, you will remain locked in the banquet car.
Linzer Cookie. Linzer Cookie! I'm telling the truth.
Very well. Now I would like to ask everyone to remain in your suites until the end of our journey. Needless to remind that old Jolly's room is off limits, for it must remain preserved for the forensics team. The dining car will be requisitioned as the provisional investigation headquarters and will remain off limits as well.
Detective, are you sure we came to the right conclusion?
Is something bothering our brilliant sleuth?
I just have a hunch we're missing something, but I don't know what just yet.
A hunch, huh? Spoken like a true detective.
I am a true detective, but unlike you, Detective Cheddar Cheese, I'm more used to operating on facts rather than intuition. But now my gut tells me something else is at play here. And once we've arrived at our destination, I'll turn this train upside down if that is what is needed to find the conclusive evidence. But can we request help?
I'm sure HQ would just love that. 2 CBI detectives were not enough to crack one measly case.
Yes, you're right. And we can't reveal who we work for to the civilians, especially while this case is ongoing. But I just know it.
What's that? There's something under the tree between the gift boxes. Bring it here.
But you're closer than... Huh? What's this? A remote control. It turned on the lights on the tree! Whoa! There are so many elaborate light settings on this thing. The timing, the order, it's pretty advanced. Huh. I wouldn't expect less from a luxurious train like this. Now, wait a minute! With a remote like this, you don't really need to be in the electrical room.
And look at the holiday tree, Macaroni Cookie. Doesn't it seem like a particular ornament is missing? Well, Miss Novelist. Looks like the clues brought us all to the conductor's quarters.
Yes. Would you take a look at this? I think it's a manual for...
The state-of-the-art holiday tree remote control. With a toy like this, one can set the program, press a button, and sit back watching it do its thing.
And for an hour, no less. Coincidentally, the entire duration of the ceremony.
Looks like our esteemed conductor's alibi just went out the train window.
But why was it lying under the tree? The conductor wouldn't leave such a crucial thing lying around. Unless in a great hurry.
Was there anything missing from the holiday tree?
Yes, it looks like an ornament was missing. Do you know which one?
Why do I have a feeling we will find said ornament in old Jolly's suite?
Jeez, is it hot in here or what?
Indeed. It's significantly hotter inside than in other parts of the train. But what for?
What could be the purpose of cranking up the thermostat? To melt something down? I'm sorry?
What Linzer Cookie is trying to say is...
Detective! You can't just pick up the weapon? let alone wipe the strawberry jam off of it.
Indeed, it would be most foolish of me to disturb the crime scene before the forensics. Only, it's not real strawberry jam.
Huh. I remember Old Jolly carrying a slightly different candy cane.
Of course! The missing ornament!
Precisely. The culprit used fake strawberry jam to disguise the candy cane. This cane is neither as polished nor as scuffed as the real one.
But why would the culprit disguise the cane? And where is the real one? No, because it was you! This remote control allowed Royal Bear Jelly to program the illumination and leave the post. The conductor's alibi is null and void. Royal Bear Jelly moved the Sugar Gnome's body and returned to the kitchen with the empty cart.
And yet, Royal Bear Jelly didn't know how to read sheet music and placed it in the wrong order. The conductor left no jam marks because the incident happened elsewhere.
What looks like Old Jolly's candy cane is in fact a simple ornament from the holiday tree. If you look closely, you will notice it's brand new.
That, my friend, is where things get interesting. You see, the real candy cane happened to cause some trouble. Such trouble, it was absolutely necessary to conceal it.
The hairs must have gotten stuck to the candy cane. It was super sticky after all.
Of course, my friend, anything is possible. But this is where the criminalists come in. A quick analysis will reveal to whom the candy cane really belongs.
Yes, Detective. I shall personally see that this candy cane is delivered to the lab as soon as we arrive at the station.
No need. We have a specialist right here.
Hi-ya! Going somewhere? I'm alive! Old Jolly?
Oh no! Did I crumble too? Am I in heaven?
Possibly.
Well done, Macaroni Cookie. Another case solved.
Is it just me, or does crime follow wherever we go?